see how many we have on the roll. We have 25 or 24 on the roll. I think we got 24 on the roll, and we're missing like 2 or 3 people. So, but they were here Monday, so I ain't worried about it. All right, here are the questions. Email. And 155. I don't think I've got but a couple, so everybody must be understanding the material. I went over these. Miss Roberts and Miss Grindle, I think I went over those last time, right? I didn't delete them. But I've got one here. Yes, and this one, go ahead, what?
I was just saying you did go over them.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete those. And here I've got 5.1, number 57 in the book. If you've got a book and you look at the homework in 5.1, this one is similar. It's not the same. It's similar to number 57. And it's equal to your number 22 on the online homework. So when you go to your 5.1 homework, this one looks like number 22. So you might want to write that information down. So you just have it to know that I went over number 22 in your homework. And here is the question. And I know which one it is. Yep, I knew it was that one. I knew it was that one because the way they word the problem, it's really not a difficult problem. You've been doing it the whole time. But the way they've got the problem written, all you need is that 120 right there and that 2. At least 2. So let's concentrate on this 120 and that 2. So I'm going to go, you can write down, I'm going to give you a couple of extra seconds to write down the problem. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring this down so you can still write the problem down. And I'm going to show you that this is not a hard problem. But there's 2 things going against you. One, it's a word problem. And y'all shut down when it's a word problem automatically. And 2, you've been doing the prime factorization, but when it looks like a word problem, you don't know how to do it. So you just go over here and you write down 120. And 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. Now you can do the problem. And I have to show you what you found at the end, but go ahead and break that problem down into its prime factors. Do that. Give you a couple of seconds to do that.
Gmail.
Okay. So, let me turn this off, turn my video off. Kind of save on the bandwidth. All right. So that's going to be 2 and 60. 2 and 30. 2 and 15. 3 and 5. And 5 and 1. So this is your prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Now, you at least need 2 chairs in every row. So at least 2 means you got to have 2 chairs in each row, or 3 chairs, or 4 chairs, or 5 chairs, right? So let's take 2 times that number. 2 times, well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. And 60 times 2. So you got 2 rows of 60 chairs, and you've got, or 60 rows of 2 chairs. So 2 rows of 60 or 60 rows of 2. Either way, you've got at least 2 chairs. All right, now let's do 4. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Let's do 4 times what? 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So that would be 4 times 30 or 30 times 2. Now I'm going to skip down here because I didn't leave myself enough room. So I'm going to rewrite it. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. And that will be 8 times what? 8 times 15. Or 15 times 8.
Your thing's frozen again.
It'll give it a second or two, and it'll unfreeze, because it did it in yesterday's class, and after a couple of seconds it unfreezes. So let me know if it stays frozen, or let me know if it unfreezes. Either one. I'll write down the next one and tell me if it unfreezes or not. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. And that's 1, 2, 3, that's 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So that's going to be 24 times 5, or 5 times 24. And that should be it. Is it unfrozen yet? Hello?
It catches up slowly.
Okay. All right, so it looks like to me that at least 2, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possible answers. Now I might have left one out. I don't think I did, because there's so many numbers. And basically you turn around and go 5 times, so this side is going that direction, and this side is going that direction, if you want to look at it that way. So let's go back to the question. And let's go with 2 times 60. I'm looking for 2 times 60. There's 60 times 2. And 2 times 60 is, where's 2 times 60? There's 2 times 60. And that takes care of that one. And what's next? 4 times 30 and 30 times 4. 4 times 30 and 30 times 4. 4 times 30.
It's in the last row.
I'm looking. Thank you. Appreciate it, Miss Grindle, helping me out there. But you're not supposed to interact. All these other students are going to get mad at you. Okay. 8 times 15 and 15 times 8. And 24 times 5 and 5 times 24. Now, there's some others you can do also. If you will take the 5 and the 2, I'm going to go back to my handy dandy, you can actually do this. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, and you can do 5 times 2, and that'll give you 10 times 2 times 2, that's 4 times 3 is what? 12. Or 12 times 10. Both of them are over 2 chairs, so you can use that. You can also do 3 times 2. So I'm going to do that on another page. But let's go ahead and look. 10, 12, 12, and 2. 10, 12, 12, and 2. I'm looking for 12 and 2. It's not on here. I'm sorry, 12 and 10. Do y'all see 12 and 10? There it is right there. Duh. Okay. Now, why didn't I check 120 and 1? Because you got to have at least what? 2 chairs.
2 chairs.
Okay. 2 times 47. I don't even know what the hell that's doing there, because that's not right. 40 by 3. Well, that should be 4 times 30. No, that's 40 times. 40 times 3 would work. At this point, you're saying to yourself, well, I know how to do this now, because as long as it's got above 2 and you multiply them together and they equal 120, that's all that matters. You are exactly right. What's 20 times 6?
120.
So it works. What's 3 times 40? That works. 8 by 17, that don't even need to be there. 16 times 8, that don't even need to be there. 17 times 8, 1 times 120, that don't even need to be there. 47 times 2, and maybe that one. And you hit check answer, and you should feel good about yourself. Oh, look at there. So that's how you do that problem. You start off by doing this. And then after you get down to about right here, you start saying, well, heck, I'm just looking for 2 multiples of 120 that basically is above 2. And then you start to go, okay, well, that's not above 2. That doesn't even equal 120. This doesn't equal 120. This doesn't equal 120. This doesn't equal 120. This is not above 2. And this doesn't equal 120. And you just go through the rest of them, seeing if they equal or products equal to 120. Does that help? Yeah, Hubert, I feel better about it now. Good. Appreciate y'all's, interaction. All right, this one says, it says, I want to confuse most of the students in the class. This is an irrelevant question and should be taken off the homework. Okay, that's what it says. It is. It's one of those, some of y'all, I don't know how old y'all are, but some of y'all might be old enough to remember the word problems about the trains meeting in the middle, and Johnny has a quarter and 2 dimes in his pocket, and how many nickels and dimes does he have, and all this. Who the hell cares? All right. This is one of those, who the hell cares? Nobody is going to sit there and go, well, let's see, if we work today and work tomorrow, if you want to go to the movies with your brother, what do you ask him? When's the next time you're off? Next Saturday. Oh, I got to work. And then you figure out when you're going to be both off. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to do it, and hopefully we can figure it out. All right. First of all, you say you have every ninth off, ninth off. Say that real quick 5 times.
Ninth off.
Ninth. And your brother has every 6th night off. So you got a 6 here. Wait a minute, hold on. You got a 6 here and a 9 here. And what do you do now? Well, you're going to find the greatest common divisor. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. And I want you, I don't care about the least common multiple. I want you to find the greatest common divisor. That means I want you to put 1s. I want you to have a couple of 1s down here when you finish. So go ahead and do that. Take a minute. Well, some of you might take 15 minutes, but we're going to take a minute to do it. And I think I heard a couple more laughs today. I don't know. We really need to curb that because I don't want these other students getting mad at y'all for laughing because you're not supposed to interact and you're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to be weaned on a pickle.
Are you still there?
Yeah. Why? I was letting y'all concentrate.
Because the screen froze up. I can't see anything.
The screen froze up. I haven't done anything.
Oh, that's why I said like
Yeah. When the blank piece of paper doesn't move, Miss Hunter. And why you got your mask on? You're not gonna infect anybody in the virtual classroom. Oh, you're sitting beside somebody. Hello. Is she doing math with you, Miss Hunter?
yes, Cheyenne.
Oh, well, is she in math 155 too?
Yes.
Who's her teacher?
You.
Okay, now I'm confused. What's her last name?
Look, you're right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you said Cheyenne. Okay. I never seen two people sit beside each other and take the class. I've never seen that before. Wow.
See what this man just said is he ain't seen no two pretty best
I
friends.
tell you what, y'all are just special and exceptional people.
Is
All right, so here we go.
Thanks.
cubicle in the Tri-County, the little red cubicle thing?
Yeah, we in here because we had a class together before this.
Oh,
Okay, y'all are losing me. All right, 2. I'm gonna go with 2. The 2 will not go into 9. So I'm gonna change it to a 3. And that'll give me a 2 and a 3. And 2, 1, and 3. And 3, 1, and 1. So there's our ones, and this is our greatest common divisor. Our greatest common divisor is equal to, it looks like 2 times 9 is 18. Now, the most common error that students have here is they go, oh, well, that's the 18th of the month. That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. This is 18 days. It will be 18 days before you have a day off together or whatever. So you got to add that to what it gives you. Both of you were off on January 1st.
Oh, that
Your
explains
brother-
my answer.
I'm sorry, what?
I said that explains why I got it wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your brother would like to see a movie with you. No, he don't. He wants you to pay for it. That's probably why he wants to see a movie. He wants you to pay for it. When will the two of you have the same night off again? Well, this is the last time you have a night off. You have a night off on January 1st. So you're going to add the 18 days to the January 1st, and that would be January 19th. And that should be your answer. So January 19th should be your answer. Yep. And that's what you did. Yeah, I see what you were saying now.
Yeah, I didn't add the dates at the end. I just put 18. And it
Are
was like,
these
that's
test
wrong.
questions? Neither one of them are test questions. Because I don't test you I test you on the mechanics. I don't test you on dumb questions like this. Now, are there some word problems that I will give you? Oh, yeah. if they're sensible. I do sensible, practical stuff. This is not sensible. How many of you sit there and do this when you want to find days off with your friend? Nobody. Nobody does this. So it's not practical. Neither is the previous problem. But I do show you how to do them for your homework. And you might see, now, could you see this one on a standardized test? No. What about the one before that? Yes. You could see this one on a standardized test. So I just wanted to mention that one. This one, you could see this one on a standardized test. You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right. So let me go ahead and delete that one and delete that one. Now do you see why nobody should have missed problems on homework? If you don't understand something, you do what?
Ask.
You send it. Yes, you ask. It's a hard concept. It's called communication.
Can I ask?
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
Can I ask?
Yes, go ahead. What you need?
Okay, so how would you do 15 and 16?
Send them to me.
All right.
I'm not going to look them up. You send them to me. That takes up class time. And plus, half the time I don't find the right one that you're on, and I just don't want to do that. So I'll wait for my little indicator to go off, and hopefully they'll come right to me. So I'll wait. And,
I sent it.
Okay, give it a second. Well, things might be running slow at the Pendleton campus because it hadn't come up yet. Let me look on 155. There we go. All right, this is number 55 in the book, number 21 online. Brenda cuts her grass every 15 days and trims her shrubs every 16 days. Oh, my Lord. If Brenda cut her grass and trimmed her shrubs on June the 1st, how many days will it be? Okay, same thing. 15 and 16, find the greatest common divisor. Okay, how many days will it be before she cuts her grass and trims her shrubs on the same day? That would be 15 and 16 and find the greatest common divisor. So let's take our handy dandy 15 and 16, and that would be 3. 3 will go into 15 5 times. Okay. 3 will not go into 16. 2 will not go into 5. 2 will go into 16. 5 will go in there one time. Yuck. 2 1 4. 2 1 2 and 2 1 1. 2 to the second, 2 to the fourth times 3 times 5. That's going to be too big of a number. 2 to the fourth, that'd be what? 2 times 2 is 4. That'd be 16 times 3 is 48. 48 times 5, well, that's going to be 250. 250 minus 10 is 240. Somebody check my math there. I don't know if that's right or not. 240 days? Okay, it does ask for days. It doesn't ask for the date. Yep. See, I thought they were asking for the date. And that's why I thought it was a big number to add to a June 1st. You'd have to actually get the dang calendar out. That's why I was thinking it was too big. Usually when they give you wanting the date, they usually make this come out to be less than 20 days, so you don't have to think too much. Okay, that's why I was thinking since that.
When I was doing it, I was like, 3 won't go into 16. It will go into 15. Like 2, I was so confused. I was like, do I bring down the 16 or do I just I was so confused. Anyways, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is one of those problems like 3 and 7. 3 and 7, you don't have a, see, this problem, there is no LCM. Okay, this one, there is an LCM, 3. And y'all students are used to starting with an LCM. In other words, 3 will go into 6 and 3 will go into 9. But there are some numbers like 3 and 7 that does not have a 3 and 7 that doesn't have an LCM. There's nothing that goes into them. So you just start and go, okay, 3. And that'll be a 3 and that'll come down. And then 7, that'll come down and, I'm sorry. And that be 1, and there is your greatest common divisor. So there are sets of numbers that just have a greatest common divisor, but do not have an LCM. So you got to get used to that, and that's what kind of question that one is. You just start it. So that was a good problem. That now, is it a test question on my test? No, I'm not going to ask these questions. When I get some practical word problems, when I see a practical word problem, I give it to you on the test, but these are not practical. And was that the only question you sent, Mr. Pack?
No, that's the only one I sent.
Okay, that's the only one? Okay. All right, so we're going to move on. Let's do some more. Let's do some more least common multiples and greatest common divisors before we move on. I want to go to the book. Let's go to the book. And I want to pull up some more problems because I think did we just start or were we finishing up? What did we do last? I'm asking y'all to interact with me.
I believe we're done with the 5.1 homework.
Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to make sure. All right, then let's move on to 5.2. Now, 5.2 is going to be a breath of fresh air. No, we're going to go to 5.3. We're going to go to 5.3 because I want to go into fractions. I really don't care about multiplying and dividing, but the reason I want to go into fractions and I want to skip into 5.3 is because I want you to see the applications that with adding and subtracting common denominators, you actually see when you use the greatest common divisor. And that's why I'm going into 5.3. We'll come back. I will hopefully finish 5.2 either today or Friday. So you'll be responsible for all 3 homeworks by the end of the week. So you'll be okay, or by the weekend at least. Yeah, multiplication. I'm not going to go over multiplication today. I'm going to go over addition and subtraction. So let's go there first. And most of you know that when you multiply fractions, you just multiply. When you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal. And this is the wrong book. Okay, Hubert, you suck. All right, so let me, oh yeah, log us out. Make sure you log us out, just like Tri-County Tech. Log you out every 5 seconds. Sorry about this.
It's okay.
That's been doing this all day today. And I don't know why it's doing it. So I just quit and make sure I send 6 emails to my teacher, right? No, you go to another, you get out, you log back in, sorry, and you type in My Labs Math, and you try it again. And you sign in. Sign in. and 155. And it's a miracle. And resources and PowerPoint and 5.3. Now, I showed you a fraction problem when we were doing 5.1, and I showed you the application of fractions, and that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to get to the addition because I don't want you to get cold on the greatest common divisor when we are going. Okay, this one is pretty easy, and I'm going to show you some that are not so easy. So we'll do this one, and that'll start us off. So the first thing you do is you write down the problem, 13 over 15 minus 5 over 6. Now, we are adding and subtracting fractions. When you add or subtract a fraction, hold on a second. I don't know why my cats have been playing with my camera. Yeah, I'll come in here one day. Say again?
That's why you shouldn't have them.
No, cats are good. Cats are, when they want attention, they come up, get in your lap. You give them attention, and then they're finished with you. They move on.
Or they bite you and hiss at you.
They don't bite you.
And
they don't bite you. They bite you. You've probably done something mean to them.
You ever had a cat, man? Come on. My cats are sweet.
My mom's
My
cat is
cat's nice too.
At least they ain't stupid like dogs and run into the wall.
Hey,
anyway,
Huskies.
Let's go ahead and find the greatest common denominator.
Here.
Huh? What?
I said I'm a dog lover here.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dogs, unless they're trained, are stupid. All right. So 6 and 15. My mother is a dog person, and I don't hate dogs. I just stay away from them because I don't want them to jump on me. I don't want them to bark. I don't want them to lick me and all that stuff.
You should show us your cat.
5, 7, 11. What?
You should show us your cat.
Well, they usually, one of them jumps on my chair every now and then, but I think they're all, when the sun is shining like this, they're all in my bedroom, at the corner of my bedroom, because I have French doors in my bedroom, and then I have 2 windows. So there's a corner of my bedroom that ain't nothing but sunlight. And when the sun is shining, all of them are in that corner in a little pile, and they're all laying in the sunlight. So anyway, 2, and that'll be a 3. Oh, no, 3. 3 will go into 6 2 times. 3 will go into 15 5 times. And 2, that'll be a 1 and a 5, and a 5, that'll be a 1 and a 1. So this is our common denominator. 3 times 2 is what? 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Now, there is several people out there going, well, heck, I knew that before we even started. Yeah, and I know you invented and wrote the book, okay? But there are some people out there that really suck at adding and subtracting fractions. This is how you find the common denominator. And listen, how in the world would you ever find the least common denominator if you've never seen this before? Because there are some numbers that are not easy to work with when they're denominators. And this is what students do. Oh, I'm just going to multiply them together, and I get 90. And then they get some BA number, and they can't work with that BA number unless they have a what? A calculator. So y'all see the chain of events that are happening? You don't learn this Therefore, you don't know how to find the least common denominator. When you can't find the least common denominator, you just multiply these two together, and then you got a BA denominator. And then when you have a BA denominator, you have to learn to use your calculator to find it. That's the chain of events that happens, and that's why students suck at fractions, and then later on they can't do algebra because they can't do fractions. So it's a chain of events that happens. So now you know this, and you know how to find the least common denominator. So now you just convert. 15 will go into 30, and you don't even need a calculator. You just mark out the 15. 2 times. 2 times 13 is 26. 6 will go into 30. Mark out the 6. 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. And what's 26 minus 25? 1. And then you carry the denominator, and that's how you add and subtract fractions. And I will guarantee you there's somebody out there, you don't have to raise your hand, but there's somebody in this virtual classroom, before I even started, multiplied 15 times 6 and got 90 and tried to use that. Now you can, but if you get in the habit of doing that, then you're going to get big numbers that you're not going to be able to work with. Then there's people out there that say, well, I knew the common denominator was 30 before we even started. Well, like I said, you wrote the book, and good for you, all right? And just keep working and keep doing good work and not make careless mistakes. But the ones out there that are saying, I've always sucked at fractions, at adding and subtracting fractions, that's how it's supposed to be done, okay? This is how it's supposed to be done. It's not supposed to be done with a calculator. It's not supposed to be done with big numbers, 90. It's supposed to be done just like this. Now, some of y'all might do this, and that's fine. Some of you may do 13 over 15 minus 5 over 6, and then set up the 30. That's just a technique. And if you want to do it this way, that's fine. I don't really care how you do it. All right, 15 will go into 30. 2 times is 26. 6 will go into 30. 5 times 5 is 25. And that'll be 1. It'll be the same answer. So that's just a preference. I don't care how you do it. But as long as you got a 30 for a common denominator, you're doing it the correct way. Not a way. You're doing it the correct way. And did somebody have a question or a comment? I heard somebody say something. Okay. All right, so let's do some more. Yes.
Is there like not a form, but like a thing like cross and multiply? Because like that's what I thought for the
Okay,
first time.
that's when you have an equal sign. I will show you that for your information, but I'm not going to show it, so I don't want you to write it down. This is when you cross multiply. 4 is to 20 as x is to 3. That's when you cross multiply.
Okay, gotcha.
That's when you do this. So that's algebra. We ain't gonna do that yet. Okay, so let's do a nerd. Let me go to the study plan, because evidently they are not going to test you on enough. I mean, this is not enough for adding and subtracting. And that's all I care about, really, that you learn in 5.3, because most of you know how to do multiplying and dividing because you don't need to do anything. And teachers don't mind teaching something that you don't have to do anything. They don't want to teach. They don't want to do the things that you have to, do basic math. They don't like to teach that stuff. All right, so I'm going to go to chapter. Oh, they changed this stuff around. Do we not have chapter contents? Okay, there it is. They changed the names in every class. 5.3. Should say study plan. There it is. And I'm going to study plan just to pull some problems up. I don't want to have to go through pulling hen's teeth to find homework problems. So I'm just going to see if I can find a couple that I would test you on. Now that problem we just did, that's a test question. Okay, this right here is a test question because you have to find the common denominator, and it's adding and subtracting. These are the ones out of 5.3 that I put on the test. Okay, say like I'm going to pick 10 problems out of 5.3. This is going to be 8 of them. One like this is going to be 8 of them. The other 2 is 1 multiplication and 1 division. I'm not going to pull a lot for multiplication and division. All right, so make that note in your notes. If you see adding and subtracting, then make sure you know how to do it. Let me find one. Okay, there's one. 2/7 plus 1/5. 2/7 plus 1/5. Now, I want you to do it the right way, even though some of you may feel like you know what the common denominator is. I want you to go through the motions because there will be one that you can't do like that. All right, so I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go over here and start you off. 5 and 7. Somebody needs to turn down their speakers or something because I keep hearing my voice come through. All right. So here we go. I don't have anything that will go into 5 and 7. So I'm just going to go ahead and 5. And that'll be a 1. And that comes down 7. And then 7. That comes down 1 and 1. So 5 times 7, excuse me, is my common denominator.
Just a friendly reminder, you have 5 minutes.
Thank you. 35 and 35. And 7 will go into 35 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 will go into 35 7 times. 7 times 1 is 7. So our answer is 17/35. Now, I've got a lot of stuff to teach in 5.3. Why did I go to addition and subtraction first? Because that's what we're coming off of 5.1. And I don't want you to let 5.1 get cold. All right? So let's do another one. I got 5 minutes. I'm going to see if I can pull up another one right quick in your home in the study plan. You are not responsible for 5.3 homework unless you want to work some of these study plan problems. That one starts at number 40. Okay, so if you go down, I'll show you in just a second. Let me, number 40. I'll show you how to find that. Here's another one. 9/10 minus 14/25, and I'll finish this problem, and then we'll finish with the class, okay? So I'm going to go to my handy-dandy do-jigger, and I get 10 and 25, and 2, 5. 5 will go in there. 5 will go in there 2 times. 5 will go in there 5 times. Then 2, 1, and then 5, 1, and 1. So I got those. 5 times 5 is 25 times 2 is 50. How many times will 10 go into 50? 5 times, Schubert. Thank you, class. 5 times 9 is 45. How many times will 25 go into 50? 2 times, Hubert. 2 times 14 is 28. 45 minus 28, I have no idea. 45 minus 28 over 50. Okay, 45 minus 28, 38, 48. 48 minus 3 So that's going to be 17. Somebody check my math. I do math in my head different from other people. 28, 38, 48. 48 is 20. So back off 3. 20 minus 3 is 17. I do that. That's the way I do math in my head. So somebody check me. What's 45 minus 28?
It's 17.
It's a miracle. All right. Now, how do I find, now if you want to work on 5.3 material, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to the 5.3 chapter contents right here. And I want you to go to study plan, and it'll take you to this. And I want you to work on number 40 on. Where's number 40? I think you got to hover over it to get the, well, I think this is number 40. Let me see. No, let me find it. It said number 40, and I don't know why it said 40. I might have looked at it wrong. Let me go on down. Well, let me just go until I get to number 40. Anyway, I want you to work when I don't want you to go to the homework because we're not ready for 5.3 homework because I just started it. I want you to go. I'm trying to get there. I'm sorry. Usually it gives you, when you look over a problem, it gives you, when you hover over it, it tells you what number it is. And I don't know why this one's not doing it. It's the Russians and it's a conspiracy. Okay, here we go. Getting to number 40. 35. There is the first plus, there's the first addition. So I'm going to put a 3 in here, and a 3, and a 3 there. And go out, because I got that question wrong, and it won't put it. So I have no idea. It's down here somewhere. Number 40 is down here somewhere. I don't know why it won't let me. Okay, 37. That's number 37.
It is 115.
It's what?
It is 115.
Oh, I know it's 115. I'm trying to find y'all some homework to do. Just give me a second. Okay, the hell with it. I don't know how. Oh, I see now. They got this in a different order from your homework. That's why I can't find it. Okay, here it is. I would suggest doing number 71 or number 70, right in here, the 70, 69 or 70. If you want to work on a couple of these, they're addition and subtraction. So probably 68 on the study plan. I'm trying to find it. Yeah. See, actually it's 67. So from 67 and look for addition and subtraction. And I'm going to keep, you can go ahead and leave. I'm going to keep the recording going because I want to find the end of addition and subtraction for you so I can tell you which ones to work on here. So if you want to leave, go ahead and go ahead and leave if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and find the end. There it is. No, I don't want you to do that one. That one, no. There. What's number 45? Well, number 75. There it is. So 60. What did I say? 67 through 75. 67 through 75. So if you want to work on some addition problems tonight and you have finished 5.1, then go to the study plan and work 67 through 75. And you can work on those. Send them to me if you got questions. We'll continue with addition and subtraction of fractions Friday. and probably finish 5.3. All right, because it won't take long to finish 5.3 after I do addition and subtraction. Y'all get out of here. Have a good day. And I've got to go because I've got an appointment to go to at 1:30. See y'all.
Good day
Bye.
too.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.